It turns out that one of the biggest clout chasers from the SoundCloud era didn't even want to be a rapper in the first place. He kind of just walked into it by accident. Before Lil Pump became the face of quote-unquote mumble rap and the punching bag for old heads to use as an excuse to hate the new generation, he was getting kicked out of every high school in Florida. And by the age of 15, he was out on the streets after he got expelled for fighting and starting up a riot. During this time, Lil Pump wasn't really up to much other than hanging out with his friend. It turns out his friend was trying to be a rapper. That rapper was Smoke Perp. Lil Pump would freestyle sometimes, but again, he wasn't really thinking about taking rap seriously. Until one night in 2016 when Smoke Perp pulled up a beat and asked him to do a little freestyle.
I'ma hit a stain, I'ma hit a stain. Pull up with a 30, I blow out your brain.
Even though that song sucked, that's what got him into rapping, so blame Smoke Perp for bringing Lil Pump into the rap game. Smoke Perp was actually getting a little bit of buzz in Florida because it turns out he was working with a local rap group called Members Only. Yes, that Members Only. Smoke Perp was in the right place at the right time. He was linking up with XXX and getting involved in the local rap scene that was buzzing on SoundCloud right before that site went mainstream in 2016. And Lil Pump was just there for the vibes. They both first got noticed after Cole Bennett from Lyrical Lemonade discovered them and drove from Chicago all the way down to Miami just to shoot the music video for their song Ski Mask. Lil Pump and Smoke Perp were conveniently starting to get noticed right when everybody was just figuring out about SoundCloud in the middle of 2016. At the time, Smoke Perp had all this buzz in the underground and Lil Pump was just kind of seen as his sidekick. But all this was about to change. In 2017, that was when Lil Pump decided to take music more seriously. He was starting to get his own buzz off that song D-Rose, and he and Smoke Perp moved to LA. They started getting really close to Adam 22 from No Jumper back when he was still really respected, and they were both getting a lot of extra exposure from being in the No Jumper vlogs and headlining the No Jumper tour. Lil Pump actually got signed to the Lights Global, a social media marketing agency partner with Warner Brothers. This is the reason why even though he is horrible at making music, he still got really famous. They pushed him out hard on social media back then, and that's why you might remember him doing a lot of stupid shit on Instagram. This was back in that clout chaser era on Instagram, back when everybody was trying to be a SoundCloud rapper. Up until this point, he just had a lot of clout on the internet, but he was about to go crazy in the mainstream. Gucci Gang dropped at the end of August of 2017, and when I say this song was everywhere, this song was everywhere. 5 times platinum, 1 billion views, and this song peaked at number 3 on the Billboard. This was undeniably his introduction into the mainstream. Lil Pump took some fire ass beats and would always shit on them. He would either just say the same words 1,000 times or the most idiotic lyrics you would only expect from a middle schooler and go platinum. This man only got like 2 or 3 good songs and that's it. After this point, basically everybody hated him. The old heads were having a seizure over the fact he got this famous, and even fans within the SoundCloud scene itself hated this guy. What's crazy is how everybody can hate somebody and meme him to death while he somehow gets so many views. God damn. This was when he started becoming the face of quote-unquote mumble rap. When was the last time you heard somebody say that? People have been calling Future and Young Thug mumble rappers for years, but Wiz Khalifa said those 2 words one time in an interview in 2016, and y'all took that and ran with it for so long. Hell, I still see people say that sometimes. Them Lyrical Miracle fans still got PTSD from a song they heard 8 years ago. Even though they were both the worst out of everybody blowing up back then, one thing was certain: these guys were famous as fuck. Smoke Perp was blowing up, but now Lil Pump was way more famous than him. Remember back when he got signed? He signed to the Lights Global back when he was 16. Keep in mind, you can't even sign a contract yourself until you're like 18. So right at the beginning of 2018, Lil Pump's lawyer brought this to court, and he was basically able to walk out that deal and get all the rights to his music back. So after that, technically this meant he was independent, making millions of dollars off his music, just him, not going to any label, just him, and he wasn't even 18 yet. Keep in mind, a lot of these rappers in the music industry be getting trapped in 360 deals. They be hundreds of thousands, maybe millions in debt to a record label, and even after they pay that back, they only be getting a tiny bit of the revenue. Usually you can't get out that deal for a while until you get dropped, but Lil Pump got lucky because the label up. Once the industry found out, that started a whole ass bidding war. Nobody, and I mean nobody, gets out a deal that easy. So people like DJ Khaled and Gucci Mane were out here offering millions of dollars, begging him to sign with them. But Lil Pump went back to the same label he just finessed and signed with them again for $8 million. He was cruising through 2018 and 19 with Get It. I still don't know what that means. I Love It with Kanye West, Arms Around You, Welcome to the Party, Drug Addicts, Be Like Me. But by 2019, people were starting to get really tired of him. Everybody got sick of hearing Get It on every single song with the most half-ass flow possible when you got thousands of other rappers with actual talent to listen to. And those other rappers were starting to catch up to him fast. From here, this was when Lil Pump started to make a lot of mistakes. Back in 2017, he dropped his first album right on time, but this time around, Harvard Dropout got delayed for way too long, and by the time it came out, the rap game was already moving on from his ass. Not even Kanye could help him stay afloat for that long. Lil Pump was already kind of falling off, and he hadn't even spent a full 2 years in the spotlight. He went from being a dumbass kid making dumbass music, getting up to dumbass antics, to now a washed up grown man who only pops up in the news again after getting up to dumbass antics. He's still rich from all that music from 8 years ago, but nobody respects him. He already got arrested 4 different times in 2018 for shooting a gun in the house when he was still 17, driving around without a license, got caught with weed in Denmark, and got kicked off the plane because he got into an argument with TSA because they were trying to check his bag for drugs. And literally 3 days later, he went and did a racist Asian joke for no reason at all. But 2019 was the beginning of the end. He knew he wasn't getting no attention in America anymore, so he crossed over into making Latin music and got that bag from overseas. He was also doing a lot of shows in different countries too, and this is not that uncommon for a rapper who fell off to be doing, because they be going to places like Romania or Russia where anybody with a drop of clout can sell out a show because they were famous in America at one point. Lil Pump started up an OnlyFans. I am not joking. I wish I was joking. He showed up to a Trump rally. Keep in mind, this man is Mexican, by the way. He scammed what little fans he has left with an NFT scam. He dropped the album in 2021 and no one noticed. He owed the IRS $1.6 million because he didn't pay taxes. He dropped even more horrible music, including another album that went triple cardboard and didn't even chart. He made a terrible attempt at making a metal song. And tried promoting that trash music through some skits he made with a TikToker. And Smoke Perp did the same thing, even showing up in the same video with him one time, but still, nobody is f***ing with these guys anymore. The only reason why Lil Pump isn't completely broke or homeless right now is because he signed that contract when he wasn't old enough, and he got his rights back, so that Gucci Gang money is still his. But Smoke Perp, on the other hand, is going through hell right now. He was relevant for about a year, but Perp wasn't able to walk away from his deal because he signed when he was 20. So he wasn't able to walk away on a technicality. He's a big boy. And his career went downhill after he got a motherfucking boner.
I'm a motherfucking boner. I got a motherfucking boner. Yeah, my effing from the bus, I got a boner.
He had like 2 songs anyway, and other than a shout out from Travis Scott, he didn't really go that far after that. The first Dead Star album from 2017 did good. The second did all right, and by 2021, nobody was trying to listen to that new Smoke Perp. He can't even get 20 people in a room to watch him rap. He resorted to scamming his own fucking fans for features he never did. And he's getting like what, like a few $100? And he doesn't even show up to his 20 fans at shows. I swear, it would be way less embarrassing to catch him working at Walmart, because at least that's respectable. His career was shorter than this video.